Here's a country guitar preset for the Boss GT1. All right, let's have a look at the preset now. I'm using the desktop editor. I find it much more easy to edit using that than the onboard menu, but it is important to learn this as well, and I'm still learning it as well for your live gig situations. Anywho, let's have a look. So I have it set up here, noise gate first. I like having the noise gate first because I want the guitar hitting that first, especially when I have single coil pickups. If I have humbuckers, might not even need it. But I want that first because if you put the noise gate later on the signal, then other things are going into it, and you could be affecting, like, say, your drive tone if you're putting the drive into the noise gate. That's just my belief, my theory, and with some practice and moving it around as well. That's what my ears were hearing. So I want it first, so the guitar is in there, because this is the source of the noise for me, especially with single coil. So once that's tamed, then I think everything else lines up, and then I'm not affecting my drive or my amp. So anyways, there's my settings. Next is Cry Baby Wah. I like having the wah before the drives and other effects. Next is FX1. That's a compressor. Here's my settings. Okay. And I have it so I guess it's noticeable, but not too overpowering. That's what my ears hear anyways. Next, we have a drive. So I'm using the OD1. Here's the drive sound. Okay, so you see my settings there. Again, nothing too heavy, but noticeable. So when you need some grit, there it is. Next is my solo boost, and I'm using FX2 for that. That's assigned to the Control 1 button. And by the way, I have my drive on the left, and delay is on my middle switch here. So I'm kind of doing what the Nashville guys do. I know I'm saying all of them do it, but I've seen enough of them use a Boss 7-band, the GE7 EQ, as a clean solo boost. And I've been doing it for a couple of years myself on my pedal boards, using it, and it's the best clean boost I've heard, I'm telling you. So that's how we have it. But we have just a little tweaking here on the 800 and the 1.6 frequencies here. But yeah, it's a solo boost. And then we have a clean twin amp. So here are the settings. Again, nothing too heavy, kind of, middle's down a little bit, but everything else is, we kind of stick around the middle areas. Next is the volume pedal. And I like it here before delay and reverb. That's just my preference. I don't like it at the front of the chain. I like it after, the drives and amps and anything like that. And even maybe modulation I would have before the volume pedal. That's just my preference. Okay, delay. So it's an analog set to kind of, my attempt at a slap back. So it could, you could tweak it if you want quicker repeats, or if the repeats are too fast, you can slow them down a bit by increasing the time here. But let's hear that again. And turn the volume on the guitar. Okay, so I like it. And then reverb is a spring reverb. Okay, here's my settings here. And then let's go look at the master output here. So generally I don't really touch this. I think this is pretty much default except for the mid frequency. So I think the mid defaults to 800 hertz. So I put it to 630 and the mid Q at 1, and I've lowered the gain. So to quickly explain this, how the Q works. Now, I hope I get this right. I am not a big studio engineer guy by any means. So the Q is like an EQ curve. So if I have 630 here and I have a curve going over it, right? Sorry, I'll get my hands better like this. So I believe the The lower the number, the more broader the curve. All right. So you're hitting other frequencies here too. But if I up that mid Q, say to 5 or 6, like I'm shortening the curve, but I'm making it like this, higher instead of like this. So I'm making it higher, and I'm more focused on this 630. And so for this, I kind of wanted to get just around that general area of 630, and just like kind of put one brush stroke of frequencies around that, and lower it by a couple. Okay, so I'm sure there's better explanations about it on YouTube than what I just did. Okay, so let's play the preset again, and that's really it, guys. And I hope you like this preset. Yeah, it's really fun. I like the slapback. Noodling around. Okay, guys, if you like this content, let me know. If you want some more Boss GT1 stuff, any specific functionalities, maybe hit the like button, drop a comment. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Check this video out.